Hey, what's up? Nice weekend to you guys. It's Saturday. Hello, yawning tiger. Well, thank you for the love. And you too, Winnie Town. Thank you for the love. Xenian TV, I remember you. How you doing, dude? Right now, I just posted a new page today, and I want to work on a new one, like the next one already. Just gotta keep rolling, you know. No rest for the wicked. Raven Sniper, what's up? So this one is a bit different. So far, there's 2 follow-up pages to it, so the page itself on its own might seem a bit weird. This is safe. On Twitch, I only draw safe for work stuff, you know, because of the rules, the guidelines. Hello, Shishi. Yeah, this seems should be working. Yeah, if anything's too loud or something, let me know. Everything is weird in 2019, dude. Clown World 2019, right? Chicken Sheep, what's up? Mr. Parlon, how you been? I haven't seen you much lately because I've also not been on that much. Why isn't he live? Am I not live? Is there like some kind of issue? I have 0 dropped frames, I think. Yeah, 0 dropped frames. It should be working. Unless there's like some kind of issue with Twitch. But I should be live. So this right here is kind of a... She's like a strict mother. You know, one of those strict mother types. Busy working, that's why I haven't not been able to watch my stream. That's all good. You know, I'm busy working too, as you can see. But so this is like a strict mother type, and she is... Chad, when are you gonna draw Ugandan Knuckles? Never. And she is here saying, oh look, this is a bad dog. And this here is her son. I know, might look a bit feminine. But I can show you the character, like kind of concept drafts I did for this. Wait, let me let's get some music going here actually. Perfect. Here. This should be good. This should be without lyrics. And as you can see here in the concept right here, this is a guy. And this is the mom concept, but I'm probably going to change it, the colors. But this is supposed to be a guy. A man. An 18-year-old man. Oh, he's 19. Let's say he's 19. He's a year above. Hey, Poi Channel. No, it's a different one. But I know which one you're talking about. It's quite an old comic. But it's a different one. So she's saying here, this is a bad dog. Like, this dog is trouble. He's tearing up shoes. Look, he's tearing up his shoes. He just doesn't give a fuck. That's why he's hanging out there barefoot. He's hanging out here barefoot with not a care in the world. But the dog is chewing up his shoes. Hey, Space Dandy Hotness, what's up? And she's like saying, oh, this is a bad dog. We gotta do something about your dog. And he's like, whatever. You're not my real mom. I can do what I want. I don't know why dad married you. Or it's just something like that. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna say. Something like that. You know, something like that. Hey, thank you, the Glitcher Man. I foresee this comic ending with an R-rated reason to keep this dog. No! Why does everything have to jump to the worst possible conclusions? Happy 420? Hitler's birthday? Why would you celebrate such a thing? Oh, wait a minute. 420, because the weed. No, but it's actually a fun fact. It's Hitler. It is the same day as Hitler's birthday. You like the dog lewds? No, don't worry. This dog's asshole will be drawn in vivid detail sooner or later. Nah. This is actually more about the mom. This comic is more about the mom. There are worse conclusions and you know it. Okay, yeah, I know there's worse conclusions. But he's watching Netflix and chill with his dog. But she's like, she's gonna say here, I got this new collar, this new shock collar by Tesla. It's a new technology and it will turn any bad dog into a good dog instantly. Like, what it does is it shocks them and rewires their canine brain functions so they're a good dog. And she wants to try this collar on the dog. I was banned from your Discord server because a mod had dog's anus as a brain. Okay, cool. Hola from Russia. Hello, Obolev. Hello, VidGame dude. Cool Max? No. No dog and mom. Why can't it... Why... Look, can't we just have a page without incest, without bestiality? Happy Columbine shooting day. Are you serious? Is today the Columbine shooting? Are you fucking with me? Was that like, is today the anniversary of it? Did they, if it really is, did they purposely do it on Hitler's birthday? Were those like fucking crazy edgelords? Did they really do it on Hitler's birthday? These guys are fucking crazy. I mean, of course they're fucking crazy. They're crazier than I thought. I didn't even know that. Interesting fact. Fucking insane. You draw Gundam Knuckles on the picture behind? No. Good sir. Let's let dead memes, sleeping memes lie. Also, what do you think of her top? Do you think this top is it too slutty? Like, does this scream mom to you? Like, imagine like kind of a rich kind of country club conservative mom. It's like a gold digger. I didn't say dugger. I'm actually afraid to say the word digger on Twitch because, you know, it's a bit. It's a bit. Digger rhymes with bigger. God. You know, you guys just stop with that. You guys fucking stop with that because I'm gonna like slip of the tongue. I slip of the tongue a lot. Freudian slips. You know, like when you have like something on your mind that you're not allowed to say, then you say something similar to it, and you accidentally say it because you Freudianly, subconsciously, accidentally let it slip out. Yeah, you know, like if you have like a let's say you meet your friend has like a girlfriend, and she has like she's really fat. And he's like, dude, she's really insecure about her weight. Don't make fun of her weight. And you're like, sure, dude, I'm not gonna make fun of her for her weight. And then she's like, oh my god, she's so much thicker and fatter. She's obese than I thought she was. And you're like, you just accidentally say something bad, like you say instead of what's the matter, fat got your tongue or something, and you accidentally say fat instead of cat. It's like, oh, how's your fat doing instead of how's your cat doing? Did it ever happen to you? Like a Freudian slip of the tongue. That happens to me sometimes. Not specifically that example. That's a bit stupid. Called the pizza delivery guy cute by accident the other day. Dude, I called my Grubhub delivery woman a man by accident because I said like, thanks, man, and she looked like she was dressed like a man. And I just thought it was one of those guys who had a really high voice, kind of like a, hello, you ever had one of these? Here's your Grubhub delivery order. You know, like some guys have like really high voices. And I like, thanks, man. Oh, this collar is fucking huge. Why is this collar so huge? Let's make it a bit smaller. Also, I was thinking for this shock collar design, well, it's just like having little spikes because it fits. Big Mantis, thanks for the sub, my dude. How am I doing today? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Hello, Blue Umbra 25. Okay, the spikes are for flair, so when they're around mom's neck, I mean the dog's neck, they look good. They look cool. And actually, for the face here, I'm gonna use this one right here from the concept sketches. But I'm gonna implement that one here. Yeah, because sometimes I can like reuse concept sketch so I don't have to reconstruct the face. All the shocky bit are usually on the inside anyway, so I dig it. Yeah, it's a bit simplified. But this is a special shock collar. This is one made by Tesla. It's the newest technology. And it will turn any good dog into a bad dog. I mean, any bad dog into a good dog. So he's bad here. And they like, put the collar on, you stupid dog. And then she's like, okay, watch as I control him. And she pushes the button, and it shocks him. And now he's a good dog, you see? Now he's really happy. He's a really good dog. And he's gonna be like, oh my god, what the fuck? What did she do to my dog? Like, what the hell? How did that actually work? He's confused. Hey, Singapore, thanks for the sub, dude. Well, Singapore, that's gonna be kind of the point of this comic. Because then here, he's gonna be like, I wonder if it works on humans. And the mom is gonna be nice enough to volunteer to wear it. With volunteering, I mean forced to. But it's nothing bad. All it's gonna do is turn a bad mom into a good mom. That's all it's gonna do. All this comic is about is turning a bad mom into a good mom. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? If anything, only the best could happen, because this collar is made by Tesla. And you know they never fuck up. Like, never. It's not like they made a flamethrower or anything. Or maybe it should be the other way around. Maybe the mom should put it on him. Be like, here, I want a good son. Maybe this collar will turn a bad son into a good son. No, you guys don't want another trap comic. You guys don't want more trap shit. As someone who speaks Swiss German, can you understand Bavarian German? I have problems with that one. Actually, no. That one is strange too. I can understand some of it, but I know what you're talking about, dude. But yeah, so far for this comic, there's 2 other pages sketched out. So this is the first. So in total, there's 3 pages of this comic sketched out. There's probably going to be more. This is a concept that is has a lot of potential just to be a reoccurring series. But I want to see first how people even react to it, if it gets received well. If people think it's a bit shit, I'm not going to elaborate beyond 3 pages. But for now, 3 pages are definite. And if people like those 3 pages, I might do more. Maybe I'll do more. Maybe I will. Black Panther, I'll see first how people kind of react to it. But that being said, this week, I know this week's pages, for those who have been following my site, they were a lot, kind of filler pages, if you will. Like, they were just kind of random, and that's sometimes useful when I'm trying to come up with more elaborate ideas, just to have something for you so you're not like empty-handed. So I can kind of see where people are coming from, where they're like, I want some action. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to give you some action. Yes, Mr. Monitor 123. I actually just started sketching out new pages specifically for that boy. And that shoplifter thing, I originally had a 3rd page sketched out, but I just kind of lost like certain enthusiasm for it. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it will. I haven't forgotten about it though, but there will definitely be more of him in general. Definitely. But I really would like to just do some hardcore sex with a man and a woman for a change. And I think the mom here would be a good candidate to get actually fucked. Like, fucked senseless. Which is why she needs to be kind of a stuck-up bitch. Oh, but don't worry. I know I say straight sex men and women. It's gonna have a twist. It's not gonna be just a guy fucking a girl. We have to... Guys, I got it all figured out, okay? This wouldn't be Shadbase if it wouldn't be weird. And it's gonna get really fucking weird. Really fucking bizarre. Yeah, actually, I started doing with the new pages I'm sketching out. I definitely want to have some pages where there's more action going on, and I agree with that. But sometimes it's difficult to fit in like a coherent little one-page storyline that immediately leads to sex without looking completely ridiculous. I mean, no, all of them are ridiculous, but I do think I should just start to kind of not overthink it, and just, even though it's unrealistic, just make it lead to sex. So I definitely want to do some lot more like kind of hardcore ones coming up as well. But it can be fun to just kind of draw the cute ones, like the ones with the girls on the escalator spreading their ass, like just something cute. I know like cute by my standards, where it's like, this is harmless, this is cute, this is normal. This is I thought the one with the nuns and the schoolgirls was pretty harmless. It's really harmless. It's like something you could show your mom. Hello, Danktopus. Oh, the King of Thieves. I actually don't know. To tell you the truth, I might rework that into something else. Because I just don't really... I can't really get the interest to draw Helen at the moment. But, the King of Thieves. On the other hand, though, I did manage to finish the other Hypno Goggles sketches, in case you haven't seen those. The one with Helen and Violet with the Hypno Goggles. I did finish that entire set. I didn't make all 3 pages of that. So I still did end up finishing some.
I am procrastinating leaning for my final exam LMAO.
Dude, that's not a good idea, dude. You should learn for your finals, but thanks for the donation, man. Hello, GTF. Who thinks gay traps are erotic as fuck? Come on, dude. Why do you gotta call traps gay? Hey, Bronxton, what's up, man? How about the neighbors notice the collar working and it becomes a trend a week later? There's a dog parade. Oh, Captain Melon Lord. I'm ahead of you, dude. I'm way ahead of you, my dude. But like I said, if people fucking just straight up hate this series, I'm not going to elaborate on it. But right now, the first 3 pages are kind of going to be a test. And I'm going to go from there. So the next week, this comic will probably just be the only focus throughout the entire week. So there's going to be 3 or 4 pages of this next week. This week, I'm not making anything new. Because I just posted something new today. And so I'm going to take some time to finish this. Thank you, Dandier. Eel Socks, what's up, my man? I go cry in corner because of what? Trying to come with... Yes, Reverend Clown, I actually came up with some new ideas, and I'm working on those right now. I'm actually pretty... I am pretty motivated to work on these new ideas. But you see, Reverend Clown, I think I'm getting better with like kind of constructing coherent pages. Like I'm getting better with like what I should put in there to make it coherent and to move it along. It's all a learning process. Also, this dog is thick. Look. You know these ideas? Well, this one, yeah, I don't want to just show off all the pre-sketches I have. I don't want to do that because I never finish all the ideas I have. But this one right here is definitely gonna be a focus. I'm gonna keep the second page secret for now, and the third one keep them under wraps. I mean, the third one I couldn't even fucking show on Twitch. I'd be fucking banned. Do I like my Brazilian fans? Dude, I love Brazil. Brazil is the land of thick asses. Thick Brazilian asses. Did he do a comic from Splatoon 2 some days maybe? I'm sorry, I have to check something real quick off screen. I'm personally not that much, like not at all into Splatoon, to tell you the truth. Like I don't play it at all. I don't really care for it, so definitely not. Like I don't see myself drawing Splatoon ever again.
Time to throw money at my favorite streamer.
Oh, thank you, Real Only Juicy. You're always very supportive. But yeah, Bronxton in the chat is actually a fellow. He also draws. I want to say he draws porn, but now, like, I know you draw like girls and stuff. But I'm not even sure if you actually draw porn or not. I'm not actually even sure. I know he draws girls. Like, does he draw porn? I don't really see him post porn all that much. He does. And Bronxton, what did you say? You wanted to exchange a few words with your own voice? I haven't had anybody really on in a while, so maybe people would like that. Maybe people would like to hear someone else talk.
Do you have any physical prints in store that are not really lewd? I want to hang something up so that fellow Kinosaurs recognize your art style. But normies won't be weirded out by and support you along the way.
Oh, Adored, absolutely, my dude. In fact, if you go to my shop, my Shark Robot shop, there's a lot of prints that are completely not lewd at all. But I don't know what you're looking for. Let me know what you're looking for, and I could link you to something like that I have up right now. So if you don't want to look through it yourself, but you can just look through it yourself if you're open-minded. I've never seen you stream at this time.
To stream tomorrow, or are you busy for Easter?
No, I'm not going to be busy for Easter. Real Only Juicy, what's happening is some friends are coming up to town, but that's unrelated to Easter. So I'm going to try to take as little time out of my day as possible so I can actually finish this page for Monday. This page is supposed to be done for Monday. And so I can also work on some other shit in between. Maybe I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I'm not sure, but my work right now, these comics, take my main priority. I never want to fucking fall into that rut again where I don't post anything for like 5 days. Makes me actually depressed. Alright, just the guy who asked about the prints, I just want to respond to him real quick and then I can get Bronxton in. But if you can let me know in the chat if you found like the Shark Robot thing. If not, let me know. Also, who said that? Vinny Town said, hey Shad, do you know what happened to Sinnergate? Oh, the website Sinnergate? That was doomed from the start. That game was rigged from the start. That was like I was never a part of it, but I know a lot about it. I could tell you my side of the story from it, but I don't really know if you want to get into that right now. I don't know how many people are actually interested in that because it's a really unknown site. Like nobody really knows what the fuck it is. So I feel like I don't even want to get into it. Like it's just fucking. It's a failure. It was a failure. Yeah, it's just a failure.
There is a time and place for everything. Relax and pace yourself. I'll see you around.
Oh, thank you, the Real Only Juicy. Dude, Real Only Juicy, just letting you know before you go, I actually am figuring out ways to pace myself and spend more time on the art while spending more time relaxing. I know it sounds weird, but when you actually don't have time to relax, don't have time to like kind of for yourself or kind of take your mind off of things, you sometimes spend more time working on things that end up more shit because you're just not in the right mindset to be working on them. So I'm figuring out better ways to balance that, and it's really helping me fucking mentally. Hey, Sergeant Flores 98, thanks for the sub, my dude. Check this out. It's a fishy Instagram link. I don't know if I want to click on that, my dude. Do you do anything with Cyberpunk when it comes out? If I like it, maybe. What program am I using to draw? I'm using Paint Tool Psi. Anyways, you guys, let's get someone in here then. Bronxon said he wanted to exchange some dialogue here. Don't do kids drugs. Ruthless peasants. It's very original of you. I see a dog and I already don't like it. Well, look, just because there's a dog in it. Oh god, what the hell, Wacom tablet? It crashed on me. Just because it's a dog in it doesn't mean that it's, you know. I think he is drunk. God, they really give up that vibe. It's not a bestiality page. Guys, if you see a dog in real life, do you immediately think, I mean, I don't in real life, like on the internet, like a picture of a dog or anything, do you immediately think, oh great, this is from bestiality. Oh great, it's time for bestiality again. You see like, okay, yes. Okay. Well, this thick dog here will not lead to any bestiality, okay? All this dog is gonna fuck is other dogs. For some reason, your stream has helped me focus on work. Dude, that's a positive. Yeah, is he supposed to be like kind of shocking him here? Like she's shocking him?
Have you ever had legal trouble regarding your art?
Way back when I was a kid, yeah, I did in Switzerland when I was like a teenager. I did. Captain Bean, thanks for the sub, my dude. But I pretty much got I got off then with a fine. I was never more than a fine, really. Dog on dog, or maybe I should say dog on bitch, a female dog. Also, unrelated, this mom is being quite a bitch in this panel right here. She's being a bitch. Or maybe he's being a bitch. Who do you think is the better bitch? The mom or this guy? Yeah, it's a guy. This is a guy. It's a very feminine guy. Yeah, I know his feet look weird, okay? But it's, you know, it's drawn in a way where I don't want this to like look realistic. Like, it's not supposed to look realistic or anything. So certain things will look looser and simpler. And I just wanted them to have bare feet for unspecific reasons. The reason he's barefooted is because the dog is chewing up his shoes. It's a story thing. This isn't like a trap toe fetish or anything. It's going to be bestiality. Will we make a sequel? This is part of a 3-page set, and there will probably be more than 3 pages, but depends on how the people like it. So, guys, just let me know, like, once these pages go up on the site or on Twitter or whatever. Let me know how much, like, if you want to see more of it, just let me know. And also Bronxton, yes, okay, I'm gonna give Bronxton a call. Let's try this. This is not gonna be. All right, just so you guys know, Bronxton is another artist. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see if this works.
Alright, is it going?
There he is. Yes. Hello, Bronxton.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna like move this over to push to talk real quick, so
All
I'm
right.
not having like any echoing.
All right, guys, can you hear him all right, or do I have to turn him up? Good sound? Oh, he's fine. Okay, perfect. Sounds good to me. What's his Pixif? Ask him. I don't know, but like, just don't link porn in the chat. Like that's a no-no from Twitch. So maybe you shouldn't link that. But Bronxton, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. Just came by, seen your stream, and starting liking where it's going.
Bronxton, you are. When did you join like the whole internet thing? Like when? Because I don't think you've been around for that long yet, have you?
I joined around like maybe mid 2015, if I'm remembering correctly, because I started like back at community college.
Oh, okay. Were you like in? You said you were going learning for animation.
Back at my community college, no, I was actually in graphic design, and
Graphic
I
design.
hated that yeah, I hated
You
that
hated
fucking
it.
program.
Everybody hates graphic design. You know what graphic design is? It's like for people who want to do a living making art, but they don't really learn how to draw. They don't really learn to do much besides like visual things. That's what they call graphical design, I think. I used to work graphic design.
Yeah, and it was just a little redundant of the program, because I actually went to community college first. To anybody that's actually about to go to college or thinking about it, be smart, bro. Start a community
listen
college.
to this man.
It's a whole lot cheaper. I'm going to tell this to anybody, and I will preach it to anybody. If you decide to go to college, go to community college, do your 2 years, and see if you want to go further than that. If not, just get your associates and just move on.
All right, look at that, guys. You heard it from experience here. And then you said you moved on to animation, right?
Yes. So after I graduated community college, I went to school that's in my state that's ranked in the top 20 for game design and 3D animation. I went to FSU. Got kicked out. Yeah, I got kicked out. I was
Why did you get kicked out? Like you weren't playing along? You weren't doing your work?
It wasn't the fact that I wasn't playing along. It was to the fact of where I despised the program in a sense, because let me dive into this before I go further into like our discussion.
I got time.
So to anybody here who wants to pursue what they're going for, don't settle for less, but also go for like what you want to go for. Take it from somebody like me. I went to school for 3D animation. I despised the program because I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do, and that was basically traditional animation and drawing. And I felt as though that I wasn't living up to what I wanted to do. And then back in my old program, a lot of people there couldn't even draw, so I was really helping them out with their drawing assignments, and it just made me flourish, like be like, well, I want to go to school for this. So
you prefer illustration? Is that the professional term for it? Illustration?
Yeah, like somewhat now, like.
Yeah, because that's what I hear a lot of people say, like because illustration seems to encompass like all styles as long as you're drawing for like a still image, like like a aesthetic image, I guess.
And that's the thing, like I really didn't care for illustration until maybe like beginning of the semester, because as you already know, and like some of the work that you've seen from over the years, like I just love to draw, and I just love the aesthetic of it. But
all right.
it was just to a point to where I still love animation, It's my heart and soul, and that's what really got me into drawing. But at my current school, and this is again for anybody else that wants to go to school, don't be stupid like me and go to an art school. Um, I go to this local art school. Where like the program that I'm currently in is technically the most hated program at my school because it's false advertisement, and we're not really like doing any animation whatsoever. So I started falling in love with the other programs and the other faculty members who love me in the other programs.
All right. So now you're still in school though, right?
Yes, I will be graduating next spring, 2020.
All right.
Yep,
All right.
I will have my bachelor's in.
Look at this, guys. Aspiring artists. That's what the term they use. An aspiring artist.
Somewhat.
Guys,
Somewhat.
be nice. Be nice. I asked. I was the guy who asked.
To Revan Clown. Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Like, am I boring to them or something?
No,
like
no,
that,
dude,
or-
it's okay. It's okay, dude. It's okay.
Okay. But I'm.
Dude,
But I'm.
look, go. You have such no offense. You have like that charming kind of stereotypical black nerd voice. Like, oh, am I boring to them?
I'm about to be like I just seen a question from Raven Clown because he like when I joined the call and everything else, like he was just saying hi. How old am I? Yeah, so I'm about to be turning 25 in August.
Nice.
Yeah, so
A man in the prime of his life.
I'll be 25 in August.
So and why this? Wait, I gotta.
Can you tell the guy
let the
you are
robot
talking
speak.
to that he is going to be great?
Wait.
Someone said, "Can you tell the guy you are talking to that he is going to be great?" Well, there you go. You're
Oh,
gonna be
thank you.
great. From
Don't say
fuck, I missed the name. From that dude there. You guys saw the name. You guys saw the name in the chat. You saw the name. But why the interest in kind of like this whole side of the internet, like this whole corner of the internet of like people drawing porn and stuff?
Man, see, now you're gonna have me go all the way back.
let's hear it.
Now you about to have me go all the way back. There's always been like aesthetic to where I just loved pinups and not safe for entertainment because remember, I think I told you this before because I think you asked me like why the name Bronxton because you thought I was from the Bronx and I'm not.
Yeah.
I grew up in Las Vegas, so like a lot of that thing is just appealing to me because I grew up around that environment. So
What do you mean, like Las Vegas, like that environment? Because there's like a lot of sex
Yeah,
in Las Vegas.
bro, there's so much sex in Vegas. It's not even funny. Like Vegas, this is the thing I want to tell people. If you ever decide to raise kids in Vegas, I would consider that child abuse for like how much sex is out there.
You know, I've never been to Vegas, but I played
Vegas,
Fallout
Vegas,
New Vegas. Is it kind of like that, or is it like that level in Duke Nukem? Isn't that in Las Vegas? Like Duke Nukem Forever? Is that what Las Vegas is like?
It's not like that. Hold on 1 second.
There's no
to
aliens.
To 900 red chocobo in the chat. I do have a Pixiv account, but I mainly use my Twitter.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
actually his Twitter is at Bronx. You can actually link your Twitter. I think you're linking your Twitter. It's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, you can link it in the chat. Like, guys, let him link it in the chat right quick. You guys can see that he's not full of shit. That he actually is an artist.
Okay. Just make it. Ooh.
Hey, Tamriel Terror, thanks for the sub, my dude. He says, hope you're doing well, Shad. Any chance we would have Fortnite Raven in the poster lineup? Oh, that Fortnite thing? You know, probably not, but I'm glad you liked the pinup. But probably not. That was just kind of like a little thing I did. But guys, there you can see the link from Bronx and.
Thank you. So yeah, just going back to that. Because somebody just said it in the chat. Derek, Nevada has legal prostitution and licensed brothel, not in Vegas though. That is true, but there's a lot of things that you can get away in Vegas.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you that right out the get go. from somebody that lived there for more than 13 years, I seen how it plays out in Vegas and how some of the street like prostitutes can pay off the cops. And hell, like Vegas was known to have like pimp conventions. We would have people from the mafia, the yakuza, do like their stuff in Vegas.
Sweet,
It's like Vegas was a place of its own because it was. You gotta remember, Vegas is like one of the highest places in the states for drug and sex trafficking. So, yeah, like it's bad. Like after I moved away, I started seeing like how truly bad it was. Because a lot of people I knew from elementary school and middle school are serving like 20 to 40 years, if not 30 years in prison, federal prison, because they was a part of that lifestyle.
I see. Damn, Vegas is gangsta.
It matters it matters like where you grew up at. To be more specific, I think reason why, like how we was going back from our past conversation in the chat, reason why I'm a little bit nicer is for the fact of where I had to grow up in those harsh environments in that landscape. As a kid, a lot of people don't want to believe me on this, but it's just like if you ever had the chance to talk to my older brother, he can vouch for this, and people around in that area, we had to fight like grown men when we was little kids.
Wait, you were fighting grown men and you were little kids?
Yeah, like when I was around 9-10 years old, me and my brother was already fighting grown people because where we lived at, it was in the heart of the bad areas in Vegas, and like a lot of the problems, like we had to fight gang members. Like our apartment complex was literally home to the Bloods, and right next door was the Crips. So cops would be over there 24/7. It got so bad a few times, like they stopped delivering stuff to our area because like one of the delivery people got robbed out of $500.
It was a courier, delivery guys. They always get in trouble in Vegas, the couriers, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could say it's a 18 karat run of bad luck, but truth be told, in Vegas, the game is rigged from the start.
Oh, dude, like hell yeah, Vegas is rigged from the start because I've literally seen people walk into the casinos with their fortunes and walk out 30 minutes later and they lost everything. That's a lot of times when people be like, hey, you want to gamble? Nah, I'm good, fam. Like, I'm not about that life. I've seen that lifestyle. I'm not about this.
Do you know someone in Vegas who has been shot in the head and came back?
No, but I've known a few people that have been shot at, got shot.
I heard of this one guy who got shot in the head. He was buried alive, and then like the next day they dug him back up and patched him back together, and then he went to kill the guy who shot him. He crucified him.
I've never heard of that one.
Okay? I'm sorry. I was just fucking with you.
I was about to say, I used to hear some.
Fallout New Vegas is like it's a meme at this point. Like so many people know it. I always like hear, but I'm surprised you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's from this really famous game, Fallout New Vegas. This is mean, guys. This is mean.
No, it's okay. Like, and don't get me wrong. There's like a lot of things that I really don't play like a lot of video games like that anymore, really.
No, same. But it's it's one of those common knowledge ones, yeah.
But yeah, it's just I've never really gotten into the Fallout series like that, like really deep. Like, don't get me wrong, like I ain't gonna turn a blind eye to it. I'd be like, oh, so that's what it is, cool. But if I don't have like any really interest in it, I'm not gonna go out my way to.
Dude, that shit's way too time consuming, dude.
Yeah, that like I had to explain this to a lot of people. So, yeah, just growing back up in Vegas and things like that. Reason why I wanted to be a part of Not Safe for Work is I used to see the artwork all the time.
Like,
and then,
like in what sense? And just like at like posters and stuff.
Posters, magazines, because you can get them like right on the corner of the streets, where you can get like nudie magazines. So I was like, yo, this is real. So that was always like a appealing thing to me, and it really didn't help back in when was it, 6th grade. I had a friend at the time, and when we was in science class, he was just like, hey, he was like, I know you really like art, but he was like, have you ever heard of this person called Zone Tan? I was just like, no, I've never heard of this. So he had printed out images of Zone's work, and I was just like, people do this? And I was just intrigued. I was like, yeah, I'm for this 100%. I support it. I want to do this. So yeah. And when I went off to college, not my freshman fall, that's when I just started talking to everybody like on Tumblr, you, Palali, and a few other people, just getting like tips and tricks. And that's when I just started going off doing my own thing.
Yeah, like I bet you don't really talk to people on Tumblr that much anymore, do you?
Oh my god. when all that was just going down back in December, I was talking so much bull because everybody was getting like hit with it was getting DOS. I was like, man, I ain't on Tumblr's radar. I ain't gonna get hit. So I'm in work, and me and my friends just talking about it. I was like, man, I can go on my Twitter right now and just go check. It was like, your account has been terminated. Goodbye.
Yeah, it was like automated at that point. Like it hit like so many not safe for work channels. Not channels, blogs.
Yeah, like it hit me, and that was the thing. My not safe for work Tumblr was never was never prompted to be not safe for work.
Oh, like it was like under the radar.
It was a sub. Yeah, it was a sub.
Okay.
To my main account, which was all safe for work content. So I was just like, you must have done your dived into it because you would never have seen my account. So after I got hit, I was just like, yeah, that's when my Twitter started blowing up a little bit more from the Jenny
people
picture.
Coming over, or
people coming over, but people just started following my art style, like my artwork. And it was a little humbling because people were just like, how long have you just been here? I've always been here. I was just starting to get some recognition.
Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Like how many thousands more of artists are there who've always just been there, but you never noticed them.
And that's the amazing thing about it. Again, going back to our previous conversation, reason why I'm so supportive of artists in general is because you never know about their walks of life and what got them encouraged to venture out, do this art style, but if they have the love for it. So it's every day I see new content and I'm like, wow, I need to get better, but also I need to start doing more.
All right, yeah, I see what you mean.
Because it's encouraging to start seeing all these new artists. Yeah, but I had to start blocking some of those new artists because they was considered underage, but they was doing not safe for work stuff. I'm just, when you become of age, I'll unblock you, but until then, keep up the amazing work.
Heavens, I wouldn't know anything about such things. That is
I know not safe for work people, not safe for work artists are people too, and I just freaking love that about the artist community. But in my experience being here too, there's not a lot of pettiness.
Oh yes, there is. No,
I know there is.
There is. I know there is. Filthy pettiness.
I know there is. But a lot of the people I've met have been extremely good people.
Okay.
So I'm fortunate that I've met them. And, don't get me wrong, I've met some pettiness. Because when I first came onto the scene, so going back to when I just said 2015, I was originally a part of this art group and things just trying to get the experience and things like that. And one of the main artists was somebody that I guess he said he worked in the industry, but I'm not about to dive into that. He got mad at me. 1 to 3 seconds because he saw I was laughing at him. And to anybody that knows me knows that I laugh a lot. Under tiring, pressuring situations, I just find a way to laugh because it's better to laugh than to get mad. So this dude blocked me from basically everything. He tells a lot of people that I'm just I'm this bad person in general until they actually come and meet me and talk to me, and they be like, why did he say this about you? Because I asked him to do the teacher mentor program thing, like what like a lot of newbie artists do. And I guess I wasn't like going to like his success, like what he wanted.
So you weren't playing along.
In a sense,
You
because
weren't
he got mad.
showing him the proper respect.
No, I was showing respect, but he just didn't like how I was letting like some recognition get to my head, but also
Did you
was
let
like-
recognition get to your head?
back then, like a little recognition, because I remember when you were like one of the first people to follow me.
Was
and
I?
was just like, yeah, on my Twitter, if people go back and they predated, you was like you, Decent, and like a few other people, like some of the first followers I had
I remember.
from back on your old Ricardo days.
Yeah, I remember there was like black and white stuff only on your profile, but I saw it and I was like, oh, this is promising. Might as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people like, really like it's a good thing that you brought that up too, because I normally like go back and make jokes about it with Palau. He's been like one of the Giggo people that I've been friends with ever since I came onto the whole not safe for work side. From the old Tumblr days, us Skyping and things like that. He still jokes to this day. He'd be like, yeah, he's like, I see that you're using more color in your artwork now. Because he was like one of the first people to be like, I need you to start using color more. Because he'd be like, your sketches look promising, but you're not really doing a lot.
All right. Quite the history there.
A lot of history, but it's just brief to me. But it feels crazy that it's almost been like 4 years since I really came onto the scene.
You've already made your enemies.
Some I've made, and some I'm just like, I don't even know how I made you as an enemy, but kudos if you hate me, kudos to you. I just can't go out being that petty or trying to go out and hate on somebody.
All right. Yeah, you seem like a very positive guy. Like you seem to have a very positive attitude about you. Doesn't he, guys?
Also, Knight, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think my whole outlook on like what you would call the scene is a whole lot more negative. So it's interesting to me how different people have different experiences.
Yeah, I try to tell that to like a lot of new artists in general, anybody that's trying to come on to the whole like not safe for work scene when it comes to art, because I guess people are trying to. I really don't understand like a lot of people that grew up in our generation are starting to be a little bit. It makes me mad every time I think about this. Everybody's starting to become like a little like PC, like so trying to be like social awareness, like social warriors when it comes to art.
But it is also like a form of kind of boosting your platform. Like, let's say, just bear with me here. Let's say human beings are ranked from a scale from 1 to 10, right? And you really would like to be a 10, and 10 being you're like fucking amazing. Like people fucking worship you, people love you, you're a 10, you're a star. And 1 being you're fucking miserable. But like, let's say someone is like at maybe a 2 or a 3, and they're like, I would really like to be a 10, I don't want to be a 3. Then what they do is they look for people, and preferably sometimes people who are bigger than them so they can get more attention, and they try to find out someone and say like, look at this guy is a -10, this guy is -10, look how bad he is, I'm better than him. That makes them look like they are a 10. Like, it makes them look better than they actually are. It's a form of virtue signaling. And I noticed that this is very prevalent in this generation, and not just people who are our age or younger than us, or it is older, younger. Everybody's doing it who has that kind of mindset and wants to get that kind of clout from social media. Because if they wouldn't be able to get clout, they wouldn't do it at all. It's not genuine. It's to somehow like just virtue about themselves. They are better people for it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bit complicated of explaining it, but
no, it's not really complicated. But that's one of the definitions of human nature. Is one of the key aspects of human nature, but also the complexity of the mentality. It's basic sociology and sociology. Basically, when you see somebody at the top, you feel that you're somewhat inferior. So it's basically a means of trying to bring them down to your level. But like what you're really doing is you're just giving the person more ammunition, but also you're giving them more of a platform. Once you try putting them out there saying like, oh, look at this person like this, you're just giving them more traffic. So I never truly understood like why people would try to attack somebody else, because it's just like what you're doing is a dual wield sword. Yes, you are attacking them, but you're also bringing like more information to them. Whether now if they're in the bad, like let's say in recent times like the whole Chris Avino thing and Nick, yes, that was being brought up to the light, but also you telling like for the better good and defeating an evil. But when you're just talking to somebody, like I know back in the day, like when people was coming after you with your art and other people like that, like just back in December, like a lot of people was getting attacked for drawing like Penny Parker.
I remember, yeah, and I remember looking at that. I remember looking at that and being like, how does it feel? Do you sense that feeling? Like, because like people were complaining about that, and it's like, oh, this is so ridiculous, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, you have no fucking idea. You have no idea. You fucking amateurs.
I actually had to step up because like a few of my friends was getting attacked. And like some of them was getting blocked by some like certain artists or people that I knew.
Dude, wasn't one of the guys who like was blocking people like crazy? Wasn't that Diesel Brain?
Yeah, we was just talking about that in
dude,
like me and a few friends. But this was somebody actually brought up about Diesel. I'm not going to disclose his name just for like just privacy and things like that. But back in the day, like when Diesel, like I never understood Diesel's hatred towards it, because it's just like you used to like harass other artists and be like, I want you to draw like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Velma's like still underage, but you also used to draw anime girls. If I'm not wrong, you used to draw Yoko, Lindner, and all of them, which were 14 years old.
You had a change of heart. He grew up.
Yeah, you had a change of heart, but also at the same time, you cannot speak ill if it's something that you've done in the past. That's basically who has not sinned throw the first stone.
Yeah,
basically
no.
You saying that you elevated and now you're throwing the stone back at people. And did you not sin in the past?
Yeah, look at that. That's true. It's a bit of wisdom from the Old Testament. But you know, he I think he is very sensitive. But like especially when he starts to attack people who are younger than him, because like if he did it when he was younger, it's just a bit weird.
He's been known to attack a lot of people for like what they've said or what they've drawn.
Here's when he blocked me.
Like his first time.
Here's when he blocked me. This was way back in the elections of 2016 when Trump won. And then he made a tweet. Guys, I'm not making this up. When he made a tweet, when Trump won, he made a tweet and he said, I'm so sorry to my transgender and my black friends. I am so sorry. Like he's like apologizing for white America or something. And I just replied with, I'm so happy. You know, and he's like, oh fuck, go fuck yourself. He was like actually cursing at me, and then he fucking blocked me. And I guess
right
ever since then he like, I mean it was a dick move from my end, but at the same time,
not really. Take it from somebody that is African American. I wouldn't see that as a dick move, because now you're just trying to speak on like but you were just basically trying to, now you just falsely advertise yourself saying like to all my transgender and black friends, you're trying to advertise saying like you are the voice for your race, and trying to you're trying to put yourself out there, be like, well, yeah, I'm one of the good white people.
What are you it's virtue signaling once again. It's like, what are you apologizing for? Why are you apologizing? Did you do it?
Yeah,
were you responsible for this?
like I would get more mad that you just took out your way and be like from us, we apologize, bro. What are you apologizing for? Be like,
Yeah,
well,
like
he won,
what?
like he won the presidency, yeah, and
He,
well, you're black, so
uh,
I'm sorry. It's
like if he were like literally like a president that for some reason like he wanted to like get rid of all black people in America and he would actually win, then yeah, I'd probably be like, oh dude, I feel pretty sorry for all my black friends right now. Like that would be a legit thing to say. But like just literally, I don't know, people back then were just going crazy over him, and they still are. But back then it was ridiculous, and I guess that kind of made him like lose his shit.
that.
Oh, real quick, Resurredo, thanks for the sub, my dude. Yeah, guys, I'm still reading the chat. But sometimes I'm not going to reply because I don't want to interrupt our friend here. Carry on.
Oh, my fault. I just didn't want to interrupt you as well. But yeah, I'm reading the chat too. Well, some people are sensitive. I'm not gonna throw everybody underneath the bus because I am considered.
Dude, I'm a
like,
sensitive man.
I'm reason now going back to what I said earlier with me being somewhat sensitive is I understand, but I also remember I have different walks of life. From when I told you what I grew up in Vegas, I've had to fight, but also I was dealing with my own demon and just meeting different people that came and going out of my life. It just made me like more aware, but also to be like more fortunate for the times that I had. So I do consider myself to be somewhat sensitive because you never know who's battling, like who got their own demons and they're battling, like they're doing like their own battles. So it is to be like somewhat considerate. But if you're being so sensitive, like over, like let's say like a post, or if you're being too sensitive for an art piece, that means you're the problem. That doesn't mean the person is the problem. Like maybe they are, like maybe they have their own problem, but what gives you the right to try to say that they're the problem? To the first person, like he who smelt it dealt it. Like I'm about to throw like some old elementary school.
That's not very biblical of you.
It's not, but also at the same way, if you got to go out your way, and again, there are two sides to every battle. You got the truth, and then you got the false truth. Going back to what I just said about like the whole Chris Savino thing, that was in the right. Like you have to be sensitive, but you also got to be able to stand up against the injustice. But if you're just talking about somebody like art or their pieces, that just goes to mean like maybe you have like some of a like complex like complex problem with your, like just going back here's like another reference, like a lot of people that edit artwork and they either try to like make like the person that was originally black in the picture, and they try to that's more of an image problem. It's not to be mean or trying to think like I come from a higher ground. Like Anakin, I have the higher ground. Yes, I threw a meme out there. I don't believe I have the higher ground, but it's also I believe in what I say, and I stand by what I say. Like if somebody was to attack Shad, and like I'm gonna use you as an example for this. If somebody was to attack you like with your comic and like how you saying earlier that somebody thought you was gonna do bestiality, and be like, well, I just don't like it because I know what you're trying to do. That means either you're too narrow-minded, and yes, it's okay because everybody got their own preferences, but it's just like this. Don't try to like shun somebody else because it's not what you like.
Guys, just to set the record straight here, guys. This is not bestiality, okay? This is not. It's not. Carry on.
Yeah, but just going on from that, it was just like everybody got their own preferences and their own taste. Kudos. Don't go out your way to attack somebody else because you can't see what they like. And that's when I said before, a lot of people need to be open-minded, but a lot of people need to be art. Like when people are pursuing the art field, that's when I encourage them. Because you got to be able to come in here and be open-minded. Because once you start attacking somebody else, you basically lost. You shouldn't try to think of yourself as superior or that you're just coming, like you're just overtopping them.
You know, with the whole like art thing though, with like being open-minded, there's then that line of open-minded and people find it immorally wrong, like morally wrong to do certain things.
Oh, trust and believe. Trust and believe. Now, I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but again, I'm not playing like the higher ground. Like to anybody to be like, there's certain content and genres that I don't personally like, but it's just like if that's my own pet, I'm not gonna like shun you or prosecute you. That's not my general domain. Even if it's like morally like against what I believe in, if that's you and you got your own audience, then hell, that's you and you. I can't tell you what's right and wrong. You got to come across that. You got to come across that eventually in your lifetime.
All right. So you think there is like there's a moral line in art?
There is in recent time, in recent generations, and it shouldn't be.
Oh, you're saying it shouldn't be, but there is one. I see what you mean. Like you're
yeah.
That's actually very true, guys. That morality isn't like this thing that is set in stone. Morality changes with the times. It adapts to our society. Like because like there was back in the day, like when we were probably like fucking Stone Age people, rape was perfectly moral, you know, because that's how people reproduce. I mean, it sounds awful, but that's just how things were. You know what I mean?
That technically was the norm. Like when you start going back, like to the ancient dynasties and things like that, that was technically a.
There was a time in Germany where it was moral to be a Nazi, believe it or not, and there was a time in America where it was moral to own slaves. But obviously, we have completely changed our views, learned from our mistakes, and now that has become immoral.
But this is the thing, that is basic history. But a lot of things, like when morality shouldn't play a part, morality should never have to play a part in art. For the simple fact of where art has always been here. Hell, technically, if you want to be honest, art has really been around since like some of the earlier bedrock of like art has always played more of a part than what religion, because of traditional like human, but also in their terms of system. So like when a lot of people get mad over like what art is and like what the content is. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I cutting out for you?
You're cutting out a little bit. I can still understand you, but you are cutting out a bit. We can still follow you, but every now and then, like, some words are cut out, and we have to, like, kind of puzzle it together.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time that happens, what?
It's happening right now. I think it has something to do with your Discord, like, your threshold of what your Discord is able to pick up. You could probably higher that threshold a little, or, I don't know.
Well...
Yeah, it seems to be getting worse, actually.
Is this better?
You know, you're still cutting a bit. I'm gonna try to... Yeah, maybe now it's good. Maybe now it's good. Let's just carry on.
Oh, sorry about that.
It happens a lot in Discord, by the way.
Yeah, it was Discord, but also I feel bad too because it might be like maybe my connect. Nah, I'm not. Hell, Tim Ben that's in the chat. I ain't on no McDonald's Wi-Fi, my guy. I'm on Ethernet connection. I got the fastest of them. I'm cool on that. Should morality play in the art? No, it shouldn't. For the simple fact of where you had streets painted, where brothels, like when they used to like hell in the ancient streets of Pompeii, like after the whole exhibition, they've actually shown like murals showing like little boys being up there like with the brothel in the depictions of the paintings. It's always played a part. But we never really start seeing morality.
However, there
was no sexual engagement.
People say this kind of stuff, but do you then think there is morality in language? Like, when I say something bad, that can be meant as immoral. Like if I say something really bad to someone, right? If you're talking right now, oh, now you're saying something. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't talking. I'm actually
Okay.
thinking on that one.
Because in a lot of ways, art is a lot like language. It's a different language. People just like to make it sound cooler by saying art. But a lot of drawings isn't really art. It's just someone drawing a picture. And like that's most of what people draw is like, it's not really technically art. It's just them drawing a picture. But that's just what the term art is nowadays. But it is like a form of language. I'm talking through people. I'm communicating through people what's in my brain by showing them an image. So if I showed an image, if I drew an image of like a black man being hung from a tree with the caption "Get out, N-word" and hang that up in a black neighborhood, that would be immoral, wouldn't it? So
I'm about to say, bro, you're basically just saying like something that just like literally used to go on, not more than 100 years ago. That used to happen in them.
I know.
That was a part of life. But
So,
also, you
art-
have the whole Jim Crow law and things like that.
So kind of art can be very immoral. Actually, it can be quite insulting to the human race. And I think, see, that's where I try to see the empathy where people are coming from. And when I sometimes I kind of see when there's like this ridiculous outrage over what I draw or drew, and then I kind of like think back and like maybe I don't have enough respect for this.
Times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to you. Yeah, I even told you that like a few times back in the day. Like with some of your work, like when you used to say like the N-word, like the N-bomb in like some of your art pieces, I'd be like, bro, that's a little distasteful. But yeah,
Dude, I never did that.
Part.
What?
Oh, that must have been an edit.
I did.
Because
guys, I saying here on you right now that whenever you see the word written in like a comic, that's the character saying it. That's not my actual, like, you know, if I draw a character who's a rapist, doesn't mean I'm actually a rapist. If I draw a character who's like a Nazi, doesn't mean I'm a Nazi. You know, it's Coconato. You shut up. That is a bad man. But yeah. No, I used to be a lot worse. I used to be a lot more kind of quote unquote trolly. Was that the word people want to use? Like I used to like purposely try to pull strings and just be actually bad.
Yeah, like an edge or troll.
Yes. I used to. I would have, nothing would have satisfied me more than see the world burn.
I've actually feel that like from time to time, like to society to a certain standard. I do want to watch society burn a little bit.
No, what?
Not
what?
Not for the wrong. Let me tell you what I have to say on that one. When I say when society burns, I'm not talking about the whole aspect. I'm just talking about like some of the pre-structure of what society is.
Oh, you think some of the ideas are bad? Like some of the structures are bad and imperfect.
The ideology, yes, the ideology, but also like, hell, America's not known to have a great government or a great society because it is based off of a corrupted government, but also like the corruption of the pharmaceutical, being embezzled, but also being in business. What's the big government?
Opioids.
Do I believe that it should still be around? No, I do believe that some of the pre-structures needs to be burned down, but also to be rebuilt.
What a save! What a save!
No, I've always been this. I've always said this, and I used to take like a lot of public speaking, but also political science.
Oh, you did?
Back in community college, because that used to be a key part of like with public speaking. Like you had to do some stuff like this, and I'm a big speaker on it. Like with art and everybody else.
You're good at public speaking.
It's been a while, but if I get back into the group, yes.
You sound like you.
See, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, I'm not good at public squeaking. I mispronunciate a lot of my worms.
Alright, shit. but yes, I used to do like a lot of public speaking because I had to speak to my ideas and what I believe. I was speaking, To like a lot of things. I do believe that there's like certain structures. I believe that everybody has their rights, and everybody does have a right, especially like when it comes to artists. Because going back to like Diesel Brain, and to like a lot of people that are on his mindset, a lot of people shouldn't have the same rights when it comes to art. Who are you to deem what is and
No,
that's my biggest question.
I agree. Especially in that case, it was like really distasteful because it was like a lot of people who weren't even used to being attacked and stuff. They were just kind of like smaller artists on Twitter, and it's kind of like, come on, dude, like they don't really need that shit. Like who are you to like want to fucking ruin their fucking Christmas and shit with this bullshit? You know, like they.
But like a lot of people got DOS off of that. Yeah, like a lot of people got DOS off of that, bro. It's just like, okay, I'm no saint myself, but it's just like who hurt you? I'm sorry, but like who hurt you? If you're going out your way to try to attack somebody else for like a drawing, for what they did of a character, and some of the stuff was somewhat tasteful. Now, I'm starting to be somewhat open-minded in recent times and shit like that, but it's just like I'm not going to go out my way to attack somebody, because you're not just hurting the artist, but you're also hurting yourself, because you're hurting the community that you're a part of.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I agree.
Because once you start putting up this divide,
it's gonna be these different little factions of like little fucking gremlins and shit who hate each other. And if one of those guys likes that guy, then they're enemies, and vice versa. I know what you mean. Like little cliques build.
People. Now, I'm not gonna throw out the person's name on this one, but I consider her like my sister. This was like earlier back in the year, and she was just like, "Are you friends with Shad?" I was like, "I consider us to be friends. Yes, I've talked to him, and we occasionally have the laughs." And she basically like went on like this long rant, but also sending me like some information saying like, "Well, Shad's a pedophile." Stop right then and there. I stopped the whole conversation. I was like, when has he ever done anything like this? Has he ever went to court? But has he also served any jail time for it? Yes or no? Well, no. So why are you saying that? Because once you start labeling somebody as that, that's a pretty harsh word right there. That's also basically like certain phrases to where I don't use hate in a similar context, because that's a strong word. Because you never know if like that's basically wishing death on somebody. I would never do that. But for you to go out your way and then people like you're just showing me like misinformation about somebody, it's just like it's not helping your cause. Like especially if you're not taking the time to know somebody.
I would like, first of all, I appreciate you defending me. That's very nice of you. But I'd like to think like I personally like I'm not a pedophile. Like,
dude, you're not.
I'm really not dangerous in any regard to those things because I'm a pretty sane person. However, let's say technically an artist is a criminal. Like, let's say an artist is like a murderer, a pedophile, whatever. I do think that society has like this really bad stigma. Like, except for someone like Charles Manson, right? He made music. Just because of that, people should still be able to appreciate his music, even though he killed a bunch of people as a fucking psychopath. And I think in society, people are now like they're so crazy that if someone made bad jokes on Twitter, his movies suck. Like Guardians of the Galaxy sucks, and people are so crazy that they will like shoot down anything anybody does that has to say, like any value he has as a human being. He's subhuman now. He's not even a human being. He's not worthy of being on the same planet because they don't like something they did. And I think that's ridiculous.
1 second, I'm going to tie into that in a minute. To Nona, yeah, was that whole Michael Jackson thing? I'm not about to even touch on that subject because I actually stand with Michael on that. Like,
I don't know
like,
enough about that. Yeah, I hear like from both sides. Obviously, it looks fucking weird. Obviously, there's no debate that Michael Jackson is a weird fucking guy. But what he actually did, I don't know.
like don't get me wrong, like he like some of his stuff wasn't questionable, but it's just like to the people that came out with the allegations, you sided with him back in the past, so that means you lied underneath oath. To the people that did prosecute against him, came out to lie because they seen the pay stubs. So you mean to tell me that the FBI was actually doing interrogation but also investigation prior 10 years on Michael and didn't find anything? Even if he was paying them off, there still would have been some parts in the whole missing investigation. And I really can't believe what some of these accusers are saying, because if that happened to you, then that would happen to everyone else that would have some like recent experience like that. So I can't listen to your side of the argument, because it is a little one-sided now with him being dead. So I just feel as though like that's a thing that should just be let go, because it basically, the argument right now is it is one-sided, because the party can't defend himself because he's no longer with us. But yes, going back to what you could you repeat that, chat?
What I was just saying, how people like when someone does something they disagree with, and it can be as little as a bad joke or something severe like actually killing someone or actually raping someone, then everything they have ever done on this planet and everything that they ever will do is not even worthy of being acknowledged. They're subhuman, they are trash, they don't belong on the same planet. Like, that's how a lot of people nowadays work, where like one sin will damn someone in their mind for eternity. Like, you know, like you can't come back from like fucking up once. That's and again, that's basically like thrown into the whole morality thing too, because everybody doesn't want to speak up on it because they don't want to be isolated through the others. Because like, let's say you're trying to stick up for somebody else, but if you're seen in the wrong, you basically just doomed yourself to be isolated from the peers. And basically, you get excluded from the tribe in a sense. And again, that plays a part to human nature, because nobody wants to be out on their own.
Love your shad. Have some bits.
Yeah.
Thanks,
just
Demon
like
Fox 75. Appreciate it, my dude.
Yeah, just like how Madame was here. What she basically said. Basically, what they said, Hitler was an artist. Yes. Like in recent times, a lot of people have started re-recognizing Hitler for what he was as an artist. But now did he do what he did? Yes.
Oh, you always have to go to the extremist examples.
Filthy, he wasn't in fact a bad artist. If you go back, there's actually work of Hitler from his artwork. Hitler wasn't bad of an artist, but it was during the time of what was normal, and this is basic art history. If you see like what he was trying to go to school for, I think it was Baha's style. It was something like that was like currently the fad, and his artwork wasn't to that standard. And that's only like what the school was taking at the time. That's basic art history. Like if you go back and you see during the time like what he was trying to get into school for, that's what happened. That was a little bit reasoning like why he got rejected from the school. But yeah, like then what we knew, like what came after, yeah, like that's all bad. Like there's no debate on that one. Like that's all levels of bad.
You know, back in olden days, someone like Alexander the Great or something would have called Hitler a great artist, an artist of genocide. Because that was like the fad art back then. Like genocide was like the high human art, wasn't it? Like You remember Alexander the Great, but you don't really remember any of the artists back then, do you?
Not really.
Yeah, no, but Hitler's an extreme example. Like I don't really know much about his whole art thing.
Yeah,
But guys, genocide is not funny, and Hitler is not he was a bad man, and so was Alexander the Great. He was not a very good man.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, all of them was bad. I ain't defending, like, I ain't about to defend saying that they wasn't. Hell yeah, they're bad.
But how bad were they though? No. But what else were you saying? You were. What else were we touching on here?
I know earlier I was basically like, like originally straight off because like basically like my whole like getting into the whole art career thing.
Oh yeah.
And I know like how I went to school. And yeah, if we're going back that far into the conversation, I wish we had a rewind button for that.
It's rewind time.
Oh god, no, not that 2018 YouTube thing. Yeah, just going back to the whole art school thing and everything else. To anybody that's wanting to encouraging, like, reason why I want to encourage people to do art is for the simple fact of where I do believe like we need more artists in the world. Just currently going to the school that I'm at right now, and I know we talked about before in the previous stream. Like a lot of times, you want to surround yourself in that same mentality, but also like-mindedness. I think another reason why I got into the whole not safe for work thing is because I really don't have like a lot of strong bonds like that, especially at my schools. Like I know there's a few people that know of me through my artwork. Like I've told my friends, like some of my closest friends, that I do not safe for work stuff.
You know, I was.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like the whole not safe for work thing, like whole like making bonds and stuff is really weird for me because the literally only person I ever made like an actual kind of real connection with who did not safe for work stuff was Spaz Kid.
How is he actually? I hope he's doing well.
He's actually coming up tomorrow. I haven't seen the guy in years. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But
when you tell him I said hello. I hope he's doing well.
All right, I'll see. He'll probably recognize your name. But we've grown apart. We're different people now. There's different times. We've grown very far apart. But I'll see how he is. But yeah, for some reason he was the only one I've ever made like an actual connection with. And since then, like the people who I've like formed kind of like friendships with and stuff online were mostly completely outside of that field. And I just find that really strange how like for some reason I was never able to like you know, like and with this I mean like obviously I'm nice to people and like I mean like I'm people I'm friendly with, like I'm friendly with you, but I mean like a connection is in the sense that like this is like someone I know in real life. Like this is like a real friend. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference for me there between like online people I know and people I know in real life.
Brave Games, thank you for the tier 1 sub for Shadman. I appreciate it. But
Give
yeah,
it a sub to the guest.
But going back to what you said, yes, it is weird, but also at the same time I do consider myself very fortunate from those bonds. Even like we're friends over online, or I do meet you in person, or like we do like face to face, because to some of the people like I've met through like the whole not safe for work thing, it wasn't just like people of not safe for work communities. Like I've befriended people that works in the industry. They work in like they're in the industry. Like a lot of them are a part of that lifestyle and they're still comfortable with what I do. Like students that are trying to be a part of that lifestyle too, they're friends with me and I'm friends with them too, because as another student, it's just you can't like deprive yourself of experience. Like if you like something, you like something. I want to say like you should just try to cut yourself off from it. But yeah, just going back to the friendships that I've had made in the past few years, I wouldn't change it for the world, because some of you guys are like some of the greatest people I've ever met. Even we haven't met face to face, just talking to you Just be like,
You're
I've learned
saying
a
you're
lot.
saying, okay. Let's just package in what he's saying. You're saying that porn artists are some of the greatest people you've ever met.
Some of them are because they're honest. Like I get more honesty from them
Heavens,
than from
heavens.
people. I get more honesty from them than anyone else.
I think you gotta meet more people.
Oh, dude, trust me. I walk like I go different places. Like I've traveled, and I met different people. Don't get me wrong. Like I have people that are like in different fields, majors, and things like that. And a lot of them aren't open-minded, but some of them are.
Some of them.
I prefer somebody to be open-minded, but also to be honest.
Speaking of
And no
open-minded
matter,
and honest, let's just real quick here. Why the hell is your avatar chipmunk? Like from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Chipmunk. Oh, you're talking about my mascot.
Oh, that's your mascot.
No, he's not.
Are you
he's
a
not
furry?
No. Again, that's why I started saying like I started becoming
Squeeze
like,
me.
open-minded. I'm not a furry. Like there's some diehard furries that I've like some diehard furry artists that I know, and I'm not to their level. It's just to a certain degree. Like I'd be like, it's good work, and I like it.
You don't have to be a furry artist to be a furry. There's plenty of furries who aren't artists. They're autists. It's a slight change, but you can be an artist to be and be a furry.
But no, like my mascot, he's not a squirrel. Because originally, like, how I was thinking of a mascot, I was in class talking to my teacher about it, and I was just like going around saying like, is a bit. Hey, no, Pooh, we ain't about to go on from that one. Nah, Pooh, we ain't about to do that shit.
Wait, is that Puzo? What is he talking about? Overwatch?
Yeah.
Why do you guys?
We're not about to go.
Do you guys play Overwatch?
Yeah, we do. We're not about to dive back into this, Pooh.
Well,
we already had like the thing back in our past chat.
You play competitive?
No, well I do, but I.
What rank are you?
I haven't played.
What rank were you when you were playing?
Before my PS4 got stolen, I was silver. Is it silver?
Silver. Guys, allow me to. I'm gonna flex on the chat real quick, guys. I'm just gonna start this real quick. Allow me to flex the chat. I want to flex. I want to do a chat flex.
What are you, diamond?
Yeah, I'm diamond. It's not that great, but let me have this.
I figured that's what you was trying to do.
Let me have it. It's not master, but you know, guys, I just want to show you. I want to show you. Look at this. Ah, yes. I'm never playing again. Perfect.
My
Diamond.
PS4 got stolen too.
Your PS4 got stolen too?
Now this was like 2 years ago, like when I was moving. Cause like at the time, like yeah, my PS4 did get stolen during the move. Due to circumstances. So yeah, and like a lot of people wanted me to go back to the PS4, but after I invested in my computer and built it, I was just like, I really can't go back to like console gaming. Like don't get me wrong,
Dude,
like, I got the Nintendo
fucking
Switch.
hell no. Like yeah, like
Yeah, I tell this to people, and it's just like, and like with the whole like new gen systems that are coming out, like I think like next year or the year after, it's just like do yourself a favor, build yourself a PC, and just going from there because there's better sales, there's better deals. There's almost like a better environment on PC gaming than what they were on the consoles from what I remember.
yeah. Yeah. Well, how's it going, Marissa? Yes, Marissa. Diamond. You know why I got Diamond, Marissa? Because I decided to queue alone. Every time we play fucking losses. But yeah. The whole console thing, like if there's exclusives like for the Switch and stuff, I understand why people still get them. But it really seems to be pointless now for like shooters and stuff like that come out on both.
God damn it, John. The story with Pooh is, and she didn't let me live this down for like I guess for like 3 weeks, is it was me, her, Palali, and a few of our friends that we was playing, like Kiter, and she was she was Mercy for our team, and I let her die in a sense because I really wasn't paying attention as being a healer with Mora. I was still trying to like do damage out the wahoo, but I forgot to heal her because I didn't see that she was right beside me, and I let her die. So yeah, she let me die the following match, and she teabagged over my dead body.
You guys gotta get a life. That sounds like actually miserable. I'm so sorry.
She was mad. Like she was making like little crude cartoons of you, man. It was hurtful.
I actually, Fuzo used to play TF2. I remember Fuzo, you were around when I used to play TF2. Yeah, you were quite the gamer. I mean, like a special needs gamer, but still a gamer.
Damn. I was carrying the fucking team. You know what? Move on.
It's always someone else's fault. It's always someone else's fault, isn't it?
But yeah, just I honestly prefer like PC gaming over console now. God, it's like it really is like the whole new world of just playing on PC because now you have like a dedicated like video like graphics card that can handle the game itself. Compared to like PS4 and Xbox, and I think the last game that I played on the PS4 before everything got stolen was Persona 5, and all the other games that came out like God of War, Spider-Man, things like that. I just borrowed my friend's PS4 and played it.
Good idea.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything like Sony has threw out there that I really wanted to like come back to the PlayStation. Like the last good game that I played on Sony was Persona 5.
Hey Maximilian, thanks for the sub, my dude. I couldn't really think of anything. My roommate has been playing a lot of Sekiro, however you pronounce that. I think it's Sekiro.
Man, yeah, your the first time you said it was right.
Oh.
That game is crazy of its own. And I just love how people like most of like these game journalists are trying to like vouch out for the community, saying like there needs to be an easy mode on that game. And it's just like, you know damn well what you was doing when you bought this game. Like you know how hard this game is. Like don't ask for an easy mode if you know like what the company was about. Cause that's basically, God, how can I say this without trying to sound like a pretentious asshole?
From
okay,
software, more like from hardware, right? That's what you mean.
A little bit like that, but I'm gonna put like an artist like point of view. Like if you know like if you're about to commission somebody and they don't do like that line of work, and yet you're still trying to go after them to try to have them or try to guilt trip them into doing it, it's just like, why would you even go to that if you knew that wasn't what the person was about?
Real quick, I interrupt you. Thanks for the donation, Rick. We're not talking about Quake. Rick, I didn't even start talking about games. He started talking about games, okay? It's not boomer talk. But yeah, sorry. Carry on.
No, I'm about to say like video games. I thought I was gonna have I thought I was able to play more video games. No. Now after I started art school, I really have like no time to play video games like that.
Yeah, I'm not much of a gamer anymore myself, but I did notice that every now and then I do need like kind of quick mental breaks, and then like I play something real quick.
Yeah, like a quick match, like a quick game of Overwatch or something like that, or I just go out, just walk.
Yeah, something like that. Just need like a mental break.
But now, if you was talking like to kid me, oh, bro, that's a different ball game. Like I was playing video games for days.
Dude, same dude. I used to think video games were everything. I seriously didn't want to do anything but fucking play video games. I was like, fuck the world. I just want to fucking play video games. But it's weird now when I like when like these games come out, like a game like Metro Exodus. If that would have came out when I was like 19, I would have like fucking creamed myself. I'm like, this is the best fucking game ever made. I would have loved it because everything, like the aesthetic, that it's so polished, the graphics, everything looked exactly like I would have liked. But now when I see a game like that, I see it, I'm like, this looks like it's work to play. This is boring. Like, this is like work.
Dude,
this is like me walking to the store. Like, no, I don't want to fucking play that.
That's how I felt for Kingdom Hearts 3. I
Yeah,
borrowed my
same.
friend's play. That's
Dude.
how I borrowed my friend's PlayStation 4. I beat that game within a day. I was just like, this game is not for me.
Binding of Isaac?
Hey,
I
Madam Mao, by the way, just gotta interrupt you real quick. Madam Mao, thanks for the bits. And yes, I used to have a bit of an obsession with Binding of Isaac, but this was way before I started streaming. I was playing the original and Rebirth for a while, but my roommate, you may know him, Mick, because he's a streamer, Rice Pirate. He was like absolutely obsessed with the game, and he's the only guy I know who actually 100% at Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So I know so much about that game just because of him. Like, he's like an expert on it. Yeah, carry on.
Oh man, no, man, I was about to say, what can I say about Kingdom Hearts 3? Didn't live up to the hype. I was mad that I waited so long to play this game, and I'm so fortunate that I didn't go out and spend my own money on a PlayStation 4 just to play that game because God.
Rick here in the chat was generous enough to donate Kingdom Hearts 3 to me. So despite me ever playing a Kingdom Hearts game, I gave it a shot for the stream. And while it is an amusing concept, the game is, I think it's made for children or something because it could not hold my attention.
Well, I really can't say it was made for children because, well, to be fair, I did play that game like by the whim of God back when EB Games was still a thing in the States. Me and my brother seen it back out in Vegas. It was for $20, and we bought it on the whim, and we fell in love with it as a kid, going all the way up. And I played all of them, like even the side games and everything else. But three was not worth the wait. I was just like, I could have did without this. This could have been for the PlayStation 3, and I would have been content in a little bit. But other than that, it was not worth the wait. And now they're trying to expand the storyline to go even further. And I'm just like, I can't divide my time into this franchise anymore, especially with me becoming an adult. I want to pursue art more, so I really can't let video games have like that key aspect of my life like that anymore.
I never
just
even
can't
played the
dive.
others. I wouldn't even know anything about like being connected to Kingdom Hearts.
To Madame, yes, EB Games was in the States. Yes.
Is that like, yeah, it was like in Canada really big, wasn't it?
Yeah, EB Games. EB Games got bought out by GameStop.
Yeah, back when I lived in Canada, that's where I got my PS3 games.
Becoming an adult. Well, to a certain degree, I do have to grow up in a sense, but I don't let the child in me die, like in mentality, because I really don't want to have a boring life. And I've seen that because people give up like the small humanity that used to be the kid in them, but also that used to experience like fun.
Now people,
yeah.
people find new things that give them pleasure, and those new things, they consume them. Some people it's alcohol, some people it's drugs, pornography, any kind of thing, but it gives them far more pleasure than the things that used to give that to them as a kid, like video games and stuff, and they get consumed by those. Like, for example, me, if I would have to choose between smoking cigarettes for the rest of the life or playing video games for the rest of my life, I would choose smoking cigarettes, because that gives me actually more pleasure than playing video games.
I'm a little happy I never really craved like cigarettes, drugs, or alcohol. Like,
I am right now high. I'm high.
I've
I've been smoking and I'm drinking beer and vodka and caffeine all at the same time. And unfortunately, I'm not even joking because I need to drink. No, but
I feel like that freaking Vine video right now.
But
Like,
I
Jesus
did promise myself that I'm not guys. I'm promising this. No coke, okay? Let's not get into that. It's not a thing. We stay away from that shit. That shit's illegal.
I'm sorry. That took me back to how I met one of my best friends.
Or did he used to do coke?
So okay, remember I told you I grew up in Vegas. So this was like my freshman year in high school, and we were throwing a party. Well, we're getting everything set up, and we're just waiting till everybody comes by. This is back when Modern Warfare 2 was still the thing. And I'm out there in my other homeboy's garage when we're playing it. Well, I see soon to be one of my friends is bent over the table.
Oh my god, I like that story already.
I'm just like, what is this? So I just picked up the sticks and I was just minding my own business, just playing the game. And he finally came up and he had like the powder all on his nose. And he was like, oh shit. He was like, how long when did you come in? I was like, maybe 8 minutes ago. He was like, you playing Modern Warfare 2? Yeah. He was like, what's your favorite weapon? I was like the Spaz 12 because we was playing on Rust.
What a noob! What a noob!
He was like, my man. He was like, that's my gun right there. I was like, you got a little, you got some stuff on your face. He was like, oh my fault. You want some cocaine too?
Oh god.
No.
I gotta interrupt you real quick. Rick, thanks again for the dono. And Rick, believe me, I know, Rick. I used to live with 2 guys who did cocaine. And they paying out of the ass for it. And also Wilhelm Scream, thanks for the sub. Really nice name. And I have never had AIDS. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's a good answer. Is no. It's a good answer when you're being offered. You can ruin your life later, guys.
Yeah, I'm about to say I never really gave into the whole peer pressure of drugs or things like that because, again, remember I grew up in harsh environments. So I seen the crackheads, I seen the addicts fiending for stuff. So I was just like, this ain't for me.
You see, the reason I started to get into, because I was really like you, were in a sense that I would even turn down weed because my dad was really into weed, and that's why I thought weed was lame because my dad was doing it. It's like I don't know, I want to do what my fucking dad is doing. But I wouldn't drink much. I would not smoke weed. I would never smoke a single cigarette. But I didn't start all that shit to do it really heavily until recent. I go say a few years ago, because I've a really I don't want to go to I never go to therapists and stuff, and I don't want to go to hospitals and shit. But I'm I guess it's what people would call bipolar, where you could be thinking one thing one day, and the next day you're a completely different person, and you want to walk into a creeper in Minecraft, and then a few days later it's fine. So I have these really, I have fucking issues, and that's why it helps me to deal with my issues. Because if I wouldn't do it, I think I would just have a much harder time.
That's understandable, man. Another reason why I did the whole weed thing, I never really got into it because, again, my mom, she's a heavy weed smoker. It's not to where it cripples her. She excels in life, but hell, she man, I think reason why I used to live with her, the word I'm looking for, if I go back home, if I don't smell weed, then I feel extremely uncomfortable because that's how long I've been around it. It's basically a part of my life, but it's not to where where I dive into it. And I have been offered smoking weed, but I never really took it up. Or hell, I've actually got my medical card to get it. But
yeah, if it's legal, I would advise you to at least experiment a bit with it, because you're at the age of 25, and that's where the brain has fully developed. So weed is dangerous, and guys in the chat, listen up, kids. This is scientifically proven. Weed is dangerous when your brain is specifically below the age of 25 because it can hinder brain development. It can fuck up brain development. And
that's also drinking too.
And
You're
dude,
not supposed to drink when you're 21.
and weed can sometimes be helpful, and sometimes it can make things a lot fucking worse. It's really fucking weird. It really depends on which strain you have. Like, there's times where I'm like, I'm feeling normal and like I do weed, then all I think about is like how fucking nothing matters and how I gotta like do. Everyone's gonna fucking die and like this pointless. Like, and it's all I fucking think about. It's like, why the fuck am I thinking about this now? I should be fucking. Things are fine, you know. But it activates these certain things in your brains. But sometimes if you have the right kind of strain, you're feeling bad and you do some and you're like, I love everyone. Why am I feeling bad? I love everything and everyone. You know, you just feel okay with it. That's the good kind of high.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's strains out there that help you be creative, concentrate, or things like that. Like, I've had friends that would come to class high as hell and just be fucking focused, and they'd be like, I know you're on something else. They'd be like, nah, bro, I smoked a blunt and I am just focused.
You should have slapped
hungry,
those hippies. You hippie.
MDMA is
Yeah, I'm
one
about
of
to say,
the
like, I
best
got
if
my
you
medical
do it
card,
once or
but I
twice
never really
kappa.
taken it in to do marijuana.
Rick, real quick, Rick, I've thought about that. Rick, if I find the right people, I'll drive into the desert. We'll drive into the desert, and I won't come back for a month, and you'll know why. Okay. Jesus. But I definitely I've thought about it, Rick.
I think your fan base is like I think they'd be the first people to like put like missing. Shadman has gone missing.
No, actually, when I don't post something for like 4 days, people literally are like, "Oh wait, is he arrested? Is he dead?" Like, people fucking want to dramatize anything. So if I actually will go away for a while, I'll definitely let people know.
Hold on 1 second, because I just seen this in the chat. College is a scam. Not going to college does not apply to derailing your life. That yes and no. I would have to say yes and no to the whole college scam mentality, because sometimes college does help out a lot of people with the development of their growth and wanting to become become a part of society like North. Hell, I'm somewhat of a hypocrite. Hell, I just told you I went to community college, university, then art school. I wish my kids would tell me they want to go to school. Don't be like me. Go to a trade school. Don't be like me. Go to trade school. More money in that.
Yeah, Rick is right. Don't do heroin. The thing about heroin, Rick, is obviously, so I've heard. I have zero experience with it, guys. Trust me, I have zero experience with it. But the problem with heroin is that it's the cleanest, best high. That if you experience it, it's only downhill from there. Like, that will be the cleanest, best high people ever experience, and that's why it's bad. Because you'll never be able to experience it again, and you'll always be chasing that dragon, that's why they call it that, and never be able to experience it again. And it will get to a point where you have to do it just to feel normal again. So that's why it's not a good idea. It's not worth it.
Yeah, like when people tell me they do heroin, man, oof. I know I hate to judge people, but you said you did what? Shit, shit. When people say cocaine's a hard drug, nah, you haven't done heroin in your life, then. Heroin's harder.
Some people want to legalize heroin and crack.
Yeah. That's been up in the air for a long time. Shad is talking with a black person. Oh, that's nice. Can't call me by my name, but call me by a black person. That's nice. That's nice.
It's a bit broad there. A bit broad.
A little bit hurtful, but okay.
Do you find the term black offensive?
Bro, there's a color called black. Hell no, I don't find it.
Alright. Is it weird that I take notes on Shadman? Grigstore, it's not weird at all. In fact, you should take notes and then do the exact opposite of everything I've ever done. Okay? Everything I've ever done, do the exact opposite.
Are you painting with a tablet? I think you're using like what, your 24 HD?
Yeah, that's
Chad.
yeah. Someone has been paying attention. Look at that. Yes, you can tell he's heard me say it before because it's exactly how I say it.
Yeah, I was about to say because I remember you had a video back in the day on it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I was about to say because I know J Lo being I know he got 24 HD too. I was like, yeah, I think Shaq got the same one.
Which one do you use?
The old 13 HD, and it is killing my wrist.
Oh,
Also,
dude,
kids,
yeah, that one's
also
old
kids,
now.
don't get small tablets. Don't get small tablets. If you can, like, if you can afford it, save up, because the 13 HD is really like extraneous, like it really like constrains your wrist. And I actually developed early stages of carpal tunnel and arthritis from it because I used to draw with my wrist a lot. Yeah, my dumbass, I didn't know I had carpal tunnel, and I put icy hot on my wrist.
Cool.
Worst experience of my life.
They're all Batman. Black people are night incarnate. What the hell are you guys talking about, black people? I'm not even gonna read those fucking comments. It's like not even racist. It's just weird.
I'm just like, what is this?
Oh, hey, NSTAT, how you doing, dude? NSTAT is Futurama specialized animator.
Ooh.
There's a lot of
Wait, is he the
Futurama.
one that did that one video on your website? I think
Yeah.
was it Amy?
Yes.
I just seen that the other day, bro.
He did a guest
Amazing
thing.
work. Amazing work.
He actually stopped making that kind of stuff because of, you know,
What? Oh.
Patreon and stuff. Like, you gotta like abide by their guidelines. So that one is like different.
Basically, just took away his whole like source of income, really.
No. He can still do it. He just has to stop doing certain type of things. But he does
Okay.
a lot of things that are Patreon friendly.
Okay, I'm just making sure because it's just like,
He's-
dude, mad ass talent.
Yeah, he's really good at.
Mad ass.
I was
talent.
actually-
I fucking loved it.
I was just talking to him the other day, and I think he should like eventually definitely start doing like his own style and maybe characters and stuff, because it must be tiresome to just like imitate Futurama the whole time, or like The Simpsons or something.
Dude, hell, yeah, like power to like I encourage people. Again, and I know I need to get off that mindset too. When you're drawing something, don't take from what the series is. Try to incorporate it into your own aesthetic. Cause it's a little bit more fulfilling when you draw like on your own like sort of level of style. But just trying to like stray away from like what's established of the character.
Shad, I don't consider myself a furry, but I'd give it to Amy if she was really asking for it. Amy Rose from Sonic.
I'd be careful saying that, man.
Isn't she like underage or something?
Yeah, she's 12 years old, fam.
Okay, there you go. Put Valis77 into the dungeon. Oh, no, sorry. He's innocent. Put Lol's emissary into jail, please. And throw away the key. Throw him in the trash where he belongs. Oh, wait, hedgehog years? I haven't considered that.
I'm about to say, all I've been told from the game is like she's 12 in actual years.
Hey, Bill Swang, thanks for gifting a sub, my dude. To Bob Ross. Gifting a sub to a dead man.
I'm about to say, is this the same Bob Ross?
Yeah, there's a Bob Ross on Twitch, but it's not
Yeah.
Bob Ross streaming, you know, like he's fucking dead. But
I don't know. I was about to say because I seen like the exclamation point and everything. I'm like, wait. I'm like, isn't somebody like streaming all like from like the channel Bob Ross right now?
they're not streaming, they're just running reruns of his old show.
Yeah.
And I think it's charming that they do that, and it gives like the creative section, or the now art section of Twitch, they renamed it, a little more life, a little attention.
Man.
Hey Shad, that girl sounds cute. Yeah, she is a cutie. It's Bronxton, the girl. Hey, was that supposed to be a girl impression just now?
No, I'm just crying underneath my voice.
Oh. I don't know why he said that. Like, you don't sound anything like a girl.
I'm just crying underneath my voice a little bit.
He sounds a little soyish, but who doesn't? You know what that means?
It's not soyish, but people have told me that I sound young and look young for my age.
Yeah, actually, I would have more guessed you for like 19 or something. I'm not even joking. Like the way you sound.
A lot of people do, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Also, one of the reasons why I would have guessed you younger is because of how nice you are, how friendly you are to people. Because oftentimes, that friendliness degrades over time when you're online, and it turns into just cold, bitter apathy, where you don't care. One of the either ways, just leave me alone and let me do my thing. God damn it. That's what it turns into. That's literally what it turns into.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like, I never really paid attention to online drama. It's not gonna kill my mentality because a lot of the times you're not gonna say it to my face. And hell, I'm gonna keep saying this, but I have grown to a different lifestyle. Like, as a little kid, I've done violence. Like, I've had violence done on me, but I've spread violence, and I spread that. Like, I passed on that hate, that torch of hatred.
See, when I was a little kid, I didn't spread violence. I spread my ass.
God damn it, shit.
Absolutely. That's how Japan's population is dropping like fucking stones. It's because of soy. Bitgame, dude, that sounds very conspiratorial there. I don't know if you can blame Sorry for that, but I don't know. I don't know the science. Sounds like some what's his name? Paul Joseph Watson. Shit. Yeah, sorry. You're saying?
No, I'm reading the chat a little bit, but again, it just goes back. Hell, I just told you this. Like, when me and my brother was kids, when we was fighting grown men. Hell, me and my brother, we was actually scouted by the games. Like, they wanted us to join until I guess it was I met somebody from the projects that really guided us to straighter path of not trying to be a part of the street life, because we was actually we was close to becoming having that lifestyle incorporated into us until we met the OGs. We had OGs. And
what is an OG?
Basically original gangster.
An original gangster. I never even knew that's what OG stood for. Original gangster. I learned something today.
OGs, and a lot of things give them those hood titles as OGs. If they kill a certain amount of people, they serve their time, they ain't snitched on the hood, or they start selling trafficking. They've done this.
You know, I'm an NGG. You know what that is? New generation gangsta. Here to take over the OGs. I'm gonna run up on them in the hood. That's what's up. That sound authentic to you?
Fam, again. I'm about to say, fam, I'm about to say, have you, my skin complexion? I'm about to say, there's been so much racist shit from this predates American history, so I'm perfectly fine. But yeah,
that's good. You had your.
I finally get to touch the god himself.
Oh no! I
gotta
was
listen to
about
this
to finish.
real quick.
No, I was about to say I was just gonna finish.
Hey, Hammer of Wrath, thanks for the sub, my dude. I mean the donation, my dude. Yeah, right now that's if you're talking you're the first time here. It's actually not me talking. I mean, I'm talking right now, but the other guy is not me, obviously. Carry on.
But yeah, just trying to finish up on that one. It was those experiences that made me somewhat of a better person. From the person that reached out to us, and reason why I take education to a high consideration, because if you have people and you know like you used to live like in squalor and they want best for you, then you should take that into consideration because they're telling you from experience to try to not to be a part of their lifestyle, but to also live like what you can do, but also live by life to your own meaning of it. And they knew like I had like a strong interest in art. It was like, dude, you need to go to school for art. Like don't be like us. Don't like trying to be like 40, 50 years old and you still on the streets like holding it down. They was like, you don't want this life. You don't want to have to become of age. Either you kill or you be killed. And I have seen people, and I had. It's somewhat hard because it's basically making me relive some of those memories too. But I have seen kids die on the street.
Damn,
and some of them were my classmates. Like when I mean to tell you, like when we used to live, it was hard, especially when we grew up in Miami. Like that was hard.
Still rooming with the good old
when we lived out there for a year with our dad. Like I've seen good people die in the streets.
Let me interrupt you there real quick. I just really gotta address the chat right quick. Bill Swang, thank you for the donation, my dude. And yes, I still am living with Rice Pirate, and he is doing well. He's doing great, and you guys should be happy for him. But thanks, Bill Swang. Yeah, carry on. You were saying you saw kids who were in your school get killed on the street.
Because they was a part of that life at a young age. Like, hell, I've seen 8-year-olds like selling drugs on the corner. Like that shit ain't all fairy tales or just depicted in movies. That was real.
It's 420. You best have a big doink.
Like the people that wanted to provide for their family, they went at like a young age.
Thanks, Rick. Yeah, no, I can imagine that shit not being made up. I could definitely imagine it's always like worse than you think, probably.
So, again, like to the whole being angry or being like somewhat negative, there's too much in my life that I've experienced and I've went through my own, and I'm still gonna go through my own journey.
Would you say that your life resembled the movie Precious?
No, hell no. No.
Did your life resemble Boys in the Hood?
I didn't run up. Well, we actually had guns pulled out on us, but we didn't get shot at.
Come on, handsome. Fuck you, handsome guy. That's not offensive. Okay, maybe it sounds really condescending when I fucking compare your life. It is fucking condescending. Who are we kidding? That is condescending. But like that's all I fucking have to go with. I grew up in Switzerland.
And again, like I told this to anybody, like you don't have that experience, and again, fortunate that you don't have to do that. Boys in the Hood is a hood documentary. Yes, to a certain degree, but I would have to also add into the mix, you have to put Menace to Society into that mix too.
Real quick, let me address something real quick. Aberdois, the free sub, the Twitch Prime sub that you're asking about, that actually gives me money. So if you want to support me for free, go for it, my dude. Yeah, the Twitch Prime thing is like this integrated thing with Amazon Prime, and some people don't know how it works. And it just basically gives me like free money from their Amazon Prime subscription that they paid anyways. It's like a really neat little thing Twitch did to support streamers. Yeah, thanks, Aberdois. See, I'm hustling right here, as you guys say.
But yes, Menace to Society was deeper. Yes, hell, bro. I've had friends come from overseas, like Japan and South Korea, and when they first met me, they actually said, they was like, man, you way nicer than what it was in the movies. I was like, in what movie? It was like, because like a lot of the stigma from what they had was from the media. So they wasn't just getting like stuff from movies and news feeds. They didn't get like real world experience. Menace to Society, like still to this day, has some of the hardest scene. Like has like the hardest scene was the Korean clerk store. Like that scene is still hard to swallow.
See, when I was growing up, I had it pretty hard too. Every time I walked back to street to school, I had to walk because I didn't have a bike. And then I had to walk past old Meg's house from across the street. She's this really mean old hag that gave me a bad look. It was difficult walking past her house. I don't like old Meg.
And going back to the whole bike thing, man. I still really need more how to ride a bike.
Wait, you say you don't know how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
What the fuck were you doing?
As a kid, I had a bike, but the chain kept popping off.
You
so
know,
I gave up trying to learn.
Come over here to California, and I'll teach you how to ride a bike.
I'm actually trying to learn how to ride a bike because I know when I move, I actually want to start like riding a bike more, especially like for jobs and type stuff. But yeah, no, I that's still one of my default, like one of my kryptonites. Like, oh my god.
Hey, let me let the robot read this real quick.
Some younger kids in South Asia get purposely disabled, blindness, losing a limb, by their caretakers for better turnouts for begging. Yup, that spoon scene from Slumdog Millionaire is still relevant to this day.
Bill Swang, is that a meme? This sounds like you're copy pasting a meme here. If not, then duh. But thanks for the bits, dude. Oh, you just shattered my world. I thought we lived on Happy Planet.
Hell no, this world ain't sunshines. Hey man, oh god, man.
Oh, Bill Swang.
It's not a meme.
All right. Thank you for educating me, Bill Swang. You're giving me a lot of money here, dude. You could just say that. You don't have to give me money to say something. You're always so supportive. My chain keeps popping off. Just lessen the links so it's a tighter fit. Look better, Leon.
I was a kid.
Yeah, like not everybody knows that shit.
See you, madame. I hope you have a great day.
My chain kept popping out too a lot. And you get like really greasy hands trying to put it back in. It's supposed to make the most annoying shit.
That shelter yet, not shelter at the same time. Yeah, to a certain degree. I just gave up learning how to ride a bike. It wasn't just I didn't learn it. I just didn't. After it kept popping off, I just said fuck you.
Cheers make me be more
God gave me 2 feet,
about
so.
what I say.
All right, Bill Swang, thanks, dude. Also, Bill Swang, I've never actually seen Slumdog Millionaire. I have no idea what that is.
It's a good movie.
What's it about?
God, shit.
See, it can't be that good.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's been a minute.
Nah. Bill Swang, I don't watch movies. I don't watch your linear entertainment. That's actually not true, but I don't watch that many movies anymore.
But hell yeah, man.
Albertois, you're being an now you're being an asshole.
Chad, I like your like little fan base community. There are some supportive people here.
What do you mean? You make it sound like you expect that there's a bunch of haters.
No. Well, like back in the day, like when I first started, people used to tell me that people that used to like your stuff used to spread hate, like give hate.
Who? See that's unfair. Because
yeah, no, because that is unfair. It's extremely unfair because again, that's going back to what I said earlier. It's like you're judging somebody and you're not even knowing them. So
and I think sometimes like if you look at, for example, like YouTubers, and sometimes you go to like the comment section, there's a bunch of bullshit there. But you also got to take in consideration how many people are actually there. And if there's gonna be like a few hundred people, chances are you're less likely to have assholes there. But it's gonna be a few thousand people, that's like tens of hundreds of people, you know, like that's so many more than just a few hundred people. Then there's gonna be a few assholes for sure. And then it went to the 10,000s, maybe 100,000 people. Then like you're gonna have a lot of assholes, and they can often be the loudest ones of the bunch, but it doesn't mean they're the majority. and it doesn't mean that they're solely there because of you. Like they're gonna be in a bunch of other communities as well.
Slumdog Millionaire basically life as an Indian back in the early 2000s. If you look past the weird dancing and obviously cheesy stuff, there's
I
some
just said
truth
this
to
earlier
it.
too with you.
All right, Bill Swang, thanks for that info there. Sorry, yeah, what was you saying?
No. I'm just like I'm saying I agree with you on it because that's what we were talking about earlier.
And look, I can't help it that I have garnered like an audience that is less circle jerky than a lot of other artists' audiences, and I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean like oftentimes I see that like these kind of little people form these little bubbles, and they're very circle jerky. Like for example, a Patreon only Discord, it's gonna be a circle jerk bubble, or a pay site. It's gonna be a circle jerk bubble because most people who go there pay for it and want to see it, and it's gonna be a couple of hundred people doing that. That's going to be very confined and circle jerky. But because it's more public and it's from like all kinds of people coming together from like all different ages and different interests and stuff, there's going to be discord, literally discord in the real sense. There's going to be drama. It can be quite difficult to deal with at times, especially when you believe in like pushing things as far as possible without going illegal. Then the dangerous people come out, and I can see that. I can like kind of see that now. But that's why I'm just saying it's not really fair to judge me by some of the people's choices.
Hell no. And again, that's just like going back to your like whole like circle jerking thing. It's like I never got that vibe from like any of your people, like from the whole like community of Shad, or from like what you're putting out there. I never got that mentality from you. You've always been like a straightforward kind of guy, in my opinion, and like you just been honest. That's like I think that's another reason why I somewhat like resonated with you as a like I consider us friends again, because I believe like you are somewhat honest, like you're honest.
Well, we managed to talk for 2 hours straight. That means we can talk. We have a good chemistry here. I like that. I appreciate you talking.
Bro, no problem, man. I already like prior then like I'm more than cool to talk to you, Shad, and I'm always gonna wish the best for you. But in the same way, like I do consider you like a good friend. That's like why I love talking to you.
That's very nice of you. I consider you an online friend for what it's worth.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
But the whole like I just am terrible with like staying in touch with people because I guess I sometimes just like really isolate myself. And oftentimes it's like better for me just to not talk to people because especially like when I'm like in one of those like kind of phases where I fucking hate everything, then it's like it's better for me just to not talk to anybody at all because I'm fucking crazy. I go fucking crazy. You should try living with me. Hey, Death Custom Filter, thanks for the sub, my dude.
Yeah. But again, man, I've had a great time on here, and to everybody in the chat, you've been fantastic. Great for like just adding to the conversation with both me and Shad. I do appreciate everybody here, and I hope you guys stick around and watch this man do his do his work.
I'm actually gonna wrap it up real soon. I try to keep things like around 2 hours now with the streams. And I did like the whole basic sketch of this, and I want to kind of like get more in like refining things, and sometimes it's better to do when I'm not too distracted. But for those of you guys who haven't seen, these were like kind of the concept sketches for like characters and stuff, and I have to like work on kind of refining it a bit better now and like adding colors and stuff. And like that, I'll have this first page definitely done for Monday, and the second one very soon after, and the third one very soon after that. So the whole next week should be this comic. But yeah, Bronxton, thank you for hanging out with me. What did you guys think of this? Would you guys want to see more people that I talk to? Because I fucking rarely do this anymore. I rarely fucking talk to people. But thanks for hanging out with me, Bronxon.
Dude, no problem, man. And keep up the great work. And to everybody in the chat, I hope you have a great day and do great on your own occasions.
What a positive man. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Whoa. I actually left and joined again. Who does he remind me of? He reminds me of someone. Like, he reminds me of someone... Who does he remind me of? I can't think of it. Like a character. I can't think of it.
Have a good rest of stream and your day.
Oh, thank you, Bill Swang. You're so supportive with your little elite donations. Well, yeah, guys, I hope you are curious to see how this comic, where this goes. You can check out the new thing I posted on my site or whatever. If you like the stream, feel free to follow the channel. So it's good to have it grow. And if you wanna, you know, like, know what else I'm up to and shit, we'll make sure to check out my Twitter. God, what is all this shilling here? I haven't done that in a while, so I felt like saying it. I haven't said that in a while. But yeah, I'm on social media as well, guys. But you know, I really actually am looking forward to finishing this comic, which is why I wanna, like, I wanna go back to sketching more, and I wanna make more. It's a good feeling. I don't want to squander it. But it was lovely spending some of my time on Saturday hanging out. I know it's not much to watch. Like, what is this? It's a bit of sketch, but at least you get the idea of what's coming. No, Disco Mole, this will not be safe for work. Disco Mole, this will be so not safe for work that if you showed this to your mom, she would disapprove. She would actually disapprove. She would tell you, son, I am disappointed in you. Maybe we should talk about this. Maybe Sigmund Freud would have a few things to say about this. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say. Have a great weekend. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Just have a great weekend in general. Ugh.
I am proud of you.
Whoa, Dexath, I gotta come back real quick and say thanks so much for the $20, my dude. Appreciate it. And your pride means a lot. I'm glad I'm making somebody proud. Take that, Dad. Take that, Mom.
From that point on, she's not just another face. She turns back to him with those hazel eyes. There's no point of return. She's all that's on his mind, but he doesn't know what she's been through before. Puts herself on the front lines with no reward and takes care of everyone else before herself. She's on his mind day and night. Thinks he takes her for He's singing, hold my hand.